So, Jordan, I don't know if you've seen this, but there's this girl that's gone viral. Her name's Girl on Couch. Girl underscore couch. TikTok, in case you're looking her up.
Yeah, it's time to have a girls' night. Let's start singing now.
Let me play this for you guys.
I'm looking for a man in finance with trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. Finance, trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. I'm looking for a man. Finance, trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. Finance, trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes.
So, obviously, this is supposed to sort of be a joke of some sort.
That's funny. Tell another one.
That's my understanding. She's an influencer.
Wow, the power of women.
And she's trying to, just like we're trying to right now, make a video that people are going to want to watch. And just talking about the kind of guy she wants. So it catches on. Next thing we know, there are lots of people who are looking at it going, hey, I could stitch this. I could turn this into a club banger. And that brought us to this guy right here. Ryos Official on TikTok.
I'm looking for a man in finance with trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes.
Okay, wait. Why did she kill this? We gotta go ahead and make something.
I'm looking for a man in finance. Trust fund.
It's only right to make this as ravey as possible.
Honestly, we've got ourselves a club banger. It's really fun, it's really great, and it gives us some insight into the state of women today. What do women want, Jordan? What do they want?
Probably some 5'6" guy that lives on the prairies, right?
They don't want a 5'6" guy from Saskatchewan, but you do work in finance, so you got one of the four things, okay? Works in finance, trust fund, blue eyes.
I got two of them, buddy. I got two of them.
6'5", trust fund, blue eyes, and works in finance. Those are the four things.
Halfway there, man.
And lost in this, because this is going viral, lost in this is just this idea of just how ridiculous this whole notion is that that's her dream guy.
How do I look? Relax. Stick to the game plan. Do I look handsome?
Mostly material things and vanity. I know that's kind of a joke, but let's be honest here. That girl there just kind of looking at her, wants to be an influencer. This is the state of a lot of young women today.
Very, very influential.
Think about it for a second. How many men in America actually meet this profile? Well, I kind of looked it up a little bit. How many men in America are 6'5" or taller? 0.37%, not even 1%. How many have trust funds? Rough estimate, around 1.5%. How many have blue eyes? Around 10%. And how many work in finance? Around 4.9%. Yeah, a lot of those jobs are just going to be a bank teller at the local TD Bank or Wells Fargo or the local credit union. They're not real finance jobs, and that's not what she's picturing. She's not picturing herself going out with the local bank teller who's been helping grannies all day take money out to give to their grandkids.
Hugs and kisses. Somebody loves you.
So statistically, what's the chances that she will run into this guy? How many of these guys exist in America? About 1.3 men out of 10 million. That's how statistically likely she is to run into a guy who meets that criteria. 1 in 10 million.
Nice.
It's insanity. But here's the thing that I kind of notice about what's happening with young women on social media is that all of them basically just want to be Mexican weather girls.
Temperaturas muy agradables para que disfrute, por supuesto, al máximo su jueves. Para el noroeste del territorio mexicano, continúa el termómetro marcando.
You know, the big Brazilian butt lift, bolt-ons, the big lips. I hate to break it to you guys. You're not special anymore. Just go to your local community, type in Botox shops. It's shocking. Every strip mall now has a place that does cosmetics, injectables, beauty bars, skin medical clinics, meta spas, youthful beauty, just spas. They're all over the place now. There's nothing special about having big lips and no wrinkles and looking hot. What I find fascinating, and I can't show pictures of this because I don't want this to go viral all over the internet, pictures of specific women who meet this profile. But there are lots of women, if you go on your Facebook page or on Instagram, you're going to see that look way hotter at 42 than they did at 22. Don't make any sense. Why is that? It's because we've gotten so advanced with cosmetics. A lot of women, you know, they'll spend $300 to $500 a month. The next thing they know, they look like a 90s model.
Can I have some of that candy?
You're not special anymore.
I don't think I'm special. My mother always said I'm not special.
But now you're chasing that 1 out of a 10 million guy. This is the whole problem with society.
I don't know if I'm the right person for that.
It's the breakdown of the family unit. We've got all these women that are chasing a very, very tiny portion of men that hardly even exist.
I didn't choose the skunk slime. The skunk slime chose me.
George Gammons says that all women are going to just end up being slaves to billionaires on yachts. I'm not kidding. He actually tweeted this. The guy who normally tweets about how Fed mechanics work, breaking down those second and third level of how banks communicate and put cash into the system or take it out of the system through the various financial intermediaries, took the time one day to tweet out that basically we could just expect all women to just be trying to beg billionaires on yachts degrading themselves.
Please don't go so far away.
Scott Galloway, who seems to be doing the circuit on Bill Maher, Good Morning America, everything, he's just telling us that this is going to create tons and tons of bad citizens because so many of these men and young boys they're just going to get young men, not young boys. Young men are going to be so angry because they can't get laid. We're just creating all these incels. And they're going to be so angry and they're going to be really detrimental to society. It's probably right. This is what society is turning into.
How society crumbles.
These women, they want to date finance bros. 6'5", blue eyes. Why not date my buddy Kyle? He's single. Great guy. Really open-minded.
I guess I'm open-minded as hell.
You know, I could call Kyle up on a Friday night and say, hey, Kyle, want to hit some acid? And I already know he's going to say yes. But he's a responsible guy. Maybe he has prior commitments. Maybe he has to work. So he can't do it. But if he is available, he'll probably say yes. And I know this because I once asked him. And you know what he responded with? I got a better idea. Let's do acid and watch Jack and Jill.
Oh my God!
Can you imagine hitting acid for the first time and watching Adam Sandler talk to Adam Sandler dressed as a woman using a terrible voice, all while Jack Nicholson falls for female Adam Sandler?
Gross! Get away! Oh my God!
Now look, that's never happened before. But Kyle's not 6'5", blue eyes, with the trust fund. I'll tell you something about that guy, though, if he does exist. He probably doesn't like tomatoes. You go into a restaurant with him, you try to order nachos, and he says, "No, I don't want tomatoes with my nachos. Can you have the chef remove the tomatoes?"
I do not like tomatoes.
You ever been around an adult who's a picky eater. It's terrible. I know a guy named Matt who's like that. Says, leave the tomatoes off my salsa. Tomato-less salsa? What are you, just ordering jalapenos? Doesn't even make sense. How's a chef supposed to do that? Anyways, that's who you're going to end up with. You're 1 out of a 10 million guy, won't try things, or there's going to be something wrong. But you're not going to be able to bag them anyways, because the world's now filled with 10% of women over 30 are going to be Mexican weather girls.
Espectacular.
Anyways, my doctor says I'm too fat for ADHD medication. I said, hey doc, are you fat shaming me? She said, no, Steve. You have high cholesterol, a family history of heart disease, and to make matters worse, you're legally obese.
Dude, we've been through this, okay? I'm cultivating mass.
Stop saying that. You are not cultivating mass. And if you are, stop cultivating and start harvesting.
I said, maybe the reason I'm obese is because I can't focus. I'm always thinking about angry Whoppers and cheesy chili burritos. You ever think about that, Doc?
All right, shh, I gotta focus. I'm shifting the soup mode.
Oh, God.
Maybe I could be doing more productive stuff. She said to me, no doctor is going to prescribe you meds. Not these kind of meds. Well, there you go. You never see my full potential. Anyways, what are we talking about in this video again?
What just happened?
Me and Chris are just laughing at your stand-up routine because it's all over the fucking place. I can't even comment because I have no idea where the fuck you're going.
Normally we do these well-researched videos. Nobody seems to want to watch them. We got a guy named Zach Morris. He's on Twitter pumping shit coins. Well, we're sitting down trying to break down the convertible notes for a company called Faraday Electric. Oh boy. This convertible note structure is really going to hurt the cap table. Meanwhile, Zach Morris has like 1 million+ followers. You think he even knows what a cap table is?
What the hell are you talking about?
The only table he gives a shit about is the one that's covered in hookers and cocaine. Meanwhile, we're sitting around trying to calculate the leverage ratio on pump and dumps as if anybody gives a shit.
Instant garbage.
So I don't know, maybe this is how we should do videos in the future. Just me just randomly talking about stuff about how the world's going to shit. And nobody cares. I don't know. Anyways. To our editor who's seen this video for the first time, I apologize. Hopefully you can do something with it. I don't care. Put it on TikTok, YouTube. I don't care. All right, everybody. Like and subscribe. I'm out.
I literally had no fucking idea.